Fifth one and the last yama, Brahmacharya. This one is a little tricky one. Tricky in the sense, 98% of the books I have read, it translates Brahmacharya in celibacy. Celibacy, life without sex. Like seen in different ashrams, seen in different temples, seen in different monasteries, that monks are living a celibate life. That is what it is translated in. But everyone is translating celibacy, Brahmacharya as celibacy. There must be reason. So we'll reach there that why this is related with the celibacy. And what happens with the celibate? Why to stay celibate? Why not to enjoy what the God has given and the nature has created? God of my definition, by the way. Whatever is my definition, and whatever is your definition. So, it's not me who is carrying those desires which I'm born with. I need to understand what are these and why not to. So the question is why again? Like I ask this question, I ask you and suggest you to ask this question, why to speak the truth? Why not to? Why to stay celibate? Why would I stay celibate? That's a question. And why a human being has those eternal desires, and why not? What is wrong in fulfilling them in moderation, basically? Moderation, we understand. Moderation of everything is important. That also some books translate Brahmacharya as moderation. That do everything in moderation. And that makes a little bit more sense. But still the emphasis on celibacy, like if you want to reach the ultimate truth and the connection with the universe, then you need to be celibate. So let's investigate a little bit more in the Brahmacharya. I go back to the same word, to this original word, Brahmacharya. Brahma is that creator, God. If you remember, in the first weekend I explained Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu. One is a preserver, one is a creator, one is a destroyer. So Brahma is the creator. So Brahma who made all this universe and everything. And the second word, Charya, that means daily routine. Like how Brahma is living his life, basically. And to translate further, how to live like a creator. What if you are the creator? What if you are the king? What will happen if I live that way, that everything is available to me? That means living a life without any restrictions. I'm the king. Everything, I can get whatever I want to. What if I live like that? What if that feeling of the hunger is gone from me? Deprivation is gone from me. If I don't have that at all, that something is not approachable to me, what will it create? How can I reach to that feeling of fulfillment 100% within me? Something will happen. Have you ever slept hungry in the night? Any of you? And do you remember that you were hoping somewhere maybe there is a cookie? You were dreaming of the cookies? Has that happened to you?
Yes.
It's natural, right? Where is it coming that you're dreaming of the cookies? Or you're waiting for the morning, like when the morning comes, the first thing I'm going to do is go into that bakery or go to the superstore or to cook something. Because of that hunger inside. Because it was not available to you. If it was available to you, you would have eaten it, right? And if you would have eaten, if your belly is filled, do you think of the cookies in the night? You dream of the cookies in the night? So it is about what need to be fulfilled. We have to understand the word, the nature of hunger. So Brahmacharya, living like a Brahma as a creator, is availability of everything. I don't have hunger of something. It could be food, it could be sex, it could be sleep and the rest. And basically it is something my skin, my what I'm consist of, my body, what gives the pleasure to my skin, let's say, or comfort to my mechanism, my existence, my physical body. If I can feel that, then I have the possibility to think of something else. Then I will be creative. Only then I will be creative. So, whether it is the sleep, it's a need. It's a need. Food, it's a need. Sex is the need. I can say these are the needs and the pleasures of my skin. Or I can also say that these are my needs which needs to be fulfilled. When I'm really satisfied, then and it's satisfied not on a daily basis. Ultimately, you have no doubt about that you were kept away from it. This feeling of keeping away creates that hunger. And it never goes away. It's very deep in your psychology that this stays in your head. So look at any of that thing detail, and you will see that there is a certain degree of restriction, certain degree of blockage, certain degree of no, which is installed in you, and that will ensure that that hunger will always stay in you. So how? I give you practical example again from the observation of different things in my own life. So at my home, there is a cupboard we have in the kitchen which is at the level of low level, where if you open that cupboard is full of the cookies and the chocolates and the Snoopies and the candies and everything there. And it's really a food store really sometimes, so which is reducing now. I started to do this experiment with my son. He will ask, can I eat a chocolate please? I said, you eat a chocolate, why do you need me for that? Do you need me for it? Like he still, because this idea still he gets quite some no, so he still asks. I said, look, this is the cupboard, eat as much as you like to eat. Open. Even today morning he asked me, he come to me and asked me, can I eat a chocolate? Or sometimes he come, Papa, shall we eat a chocolate at Amna? Say, let's do that. Yeah? He asked me, I said, take two, man. He said, no, one is enough. I said, no, take two. Why not? So we talk like this, like we are deciding about a project of life. Like, take two. Mostly. I have experiment, like my coffee machine is next to that cupboard. He comes, I say, Charlie, you want a chocolate? No. I hear no many times from him. He comes to me, or when I am on the coffee machine, I ask purposefully. And answer is no many times. Similar thing with this tablet he has. Like sometimes I play with him, I enjoy playing with him, I have fixed hours, but sometimes I have to work on. I have played with them, but he says, keep on playing, but I can't, and I need to work, and I sometimes say, Charlie, go and watch your tablet, please. Leave me alone. And he says, no, I am bored with the tablet. And it exceeds sometimes here. But I am just doing this experiment where the restrictions are minimized. And when the restrictions are minimized, it creates a responsibility. It takes away that feeling of deprivation, of kept away from it, and it changes. So, this is a very tough one. When there are mothers, I think that, no, I cannot. They are going to continue eating. Yes, I know, it will be one day when you open the doors, to that side, it will be maybe your 5 chocolates in one go, and you feel like now I need to stop because the guy is going for the 6th one. It might happen. But so I'm not really, you handle the way you want to handle, but I'm just trying to understand I'm trying to make you understand the concept of life, basically. Similar thing people have with the tiredness, like, oh, I wish I get retired. I wish I can stop working. I wish I could rest. And and we understand that there is lots of work and lots of things which people have to do in order to survive. But there are things which you can manage. For example, book a hotel in your own city for 2 days. Just arrange your food that you just wake up to wash your face, go to the toilet and order a pizza, eat pizza and sleep again. Sleep as much as you want to. 2 days, nothing else. No TV, no Instagram, no other calling on the bed. Just sleep and rest. 2 days, do it. And then you see what happens. You will be sick of it. I tell you. I have done that experiment, by the way. I'm not just suggesting this like that. And that time, this pizza guy was my friend. He knew the number, one vegetarian pizza, okay, bye. That was my conversation. No address, nothing. He knows where to deliver. And then after 2 days, I wanted to jump out of that bed, to do something. I need to go somewhere, to fix this. I have energy of everything, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So it's that idea of keeping away. It's not about the quantity either. It is about that feeling. And it is also when it comes to consuming something, that there is nothing who is standing on your head, that you're consuming it with your time, taking your time. So eat, sleep, sex, everything in your full presence without any pressure of any sort. And so it's not like because with the sleep example you feel like, what about the food and the sex and the other things? So don't translate only in quantity. When I said 2 days, just sleep, but so food wise, you can do that with the food. Eat, but also, so not only quantity, but also the quality. Like, I wanted to really eat this, and I have the time to eat this, to enjoy. So that also, so these things will take away that feeling of deprivation, of poorness somewhere, and it will, I'm the king, I can order anything, I can find anything, and whatever I need, I will have it. Now the game starts, and this leads to the celibacy in life. That attitude leads to the celibacy. So celibacy cannot be imposed. Celibacy is one of the outcome of living like Brahma, like a king. So that's why they all translated like that. But until you live that life and you impose celibacy, it will fire back. It has fired back always. You have history is evident of that. You go to monasteries, you go to the temples, you go to the ashrams, you have seen what it has created. That's not the way. You cannot get rid of something if you have not lived it. The way to no desire, to detachment, goes through desire. There is no other way. You cannot leave it without you have consumed it. Like now here in the Western world, I have seen lots of people, we are interested in what is more in life. Like in the Western world, we give value to the connections now more. That whether we are having that opportunity in our environment, or are we able to create it or not, but people I meet, people want to have less of this system. People want kids to play in their neighborhood. People want more of that. We want to go back to the organicness. Now we are starting to value people, connection, nature. That's what we are valuing now. And spirituality. There is more yoga in the Western world now than in the East. Because the East has to first build their house, have enough food, have that shelter, the basic needs, then they probably will reach one day that they will go back to the to the essential, the most essential thing, which is spirituality, which is the discovery of yourself. Who has the time at this moment in India? Empty stomachs cannot meditate. They don't have time. That's in Buddha's slide. I told you that it's not a coincidence that the Buddha was a prince, Mahavira was a prince, and there was all the other 23 before Mahavira and Jainism. They were all prince. They have lived it. They have lived that luxury and the food and all that. They lived like Brahma. That's why they became celibate and they became monks and they became enlightened. That's why the Western world, once our basics are taken care, believe it or not, everyone in this house doesn't have the challenge of the house and the food and the basics. We have that, even if it is with difficulty sometimes. We have a shelter. We have the food. Our bellies are not hungry, for sure. That's why it creates now the possibility of creation like Brahma. You go and talk about those things if you have the chance to go to the developing country, not only India. Their temperament is totally different than the people here. And they will not stop until they will achieve this. It's the wastage of time to tell them to just do the biking because we want to save the environment. No, the guy says, I can only afford the bike at this moment, bicycle. He wants to buy a car. He needs to drive that car to fulfill that desire. Only then one day he will think that actually it's good to walk. I enjoy walking or I enjoy biking. So there is no other way. So better to live it fully in order to be free from it. That is the meaning of the Brahmacharya. So do whatever you want to do without any guilt. 100%. 100%. Not 90%. Not 99%. 100%. To be free from it. Satisfied. That's the freedom.